Rachel Zegler. Let's be honest. Is there anyone more hated in Hollywood right now than Rachel Zegler, besides maybe George Clooney? I mean, come on. George Clooney he was one of the perpetrators of the big coup they pulled on Joe Biden, which was fantastic because, regardless, like I was talking to these liberals the other day on the forums, and I said, hey, you got to hand it to Trump. He wiped out 2 Democrat candidates in one presidential run. So you got to give it to Donald Trump for doing that. But Rachel Zegler, I mean, this is the gift that just keeps on giving for woke Hollywood. And she is the premise of what woke Hollywood is. And I got to be honest, I'm not going to see any movie she's in. I've never seen a movie she's in, nor will I ever see a movie she's going to be in, because she's a complete moron. And if I'm an entertainer, if I'm a movie star, per se, George Clooney, Jack Black, any of these morons, then I'm not going to say something that's going to piss off half of my audience base, because I make my living from that audience base. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, all of you Republicans are complete morons. All you people who voted for Trump are uneducated, shoeless hillbillies. I'm not going to say that, especially now after the absolute beating the Democrats took on November 5th. Why would I want to piss off half the people who make me earn my paycheck? If that's a good way to say it, piss off half the people where I get my paycheck from. Let's put it that way. Why am I going to piss them off? To me, that's just stupid. And if you're in that type of light, if you're on that big of a stage, it's best you keep your comments to yourself. But the people in Hollywood, the stars, the famous people, the elites, they can't. They simply can't shut their mouths. Taylor Swift, for example, prime example. I endorse Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, joy, 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 going to win, win, win. Kamala Harris took the beating of a lifetime. Hopefully it ended her career, her political career, and then we never have to listen to it again. The insane voice, the hysterical laughter that she has. Hopefully we never have to hear this again. And it seems like these people just never learn. Now, will that hurt Taylor Swift in the long run? I doubt it. She's huge. I don't know why she's huge. I got to be honest. I don't think she's that great of a singer. In the world of female singers, I put her down at the bottom, at the absolute bottom. She might write some catchy tunes. Personally, I don't like them. I don't listen to that bubblegum poppy stuff. But, the 12-year-olds out there, they love it. And apparently some people over 18, which is mind-boggling to me. But it helped Kamala Harris. None whatsoever. Taylor Swift's endorsement helped Kamala Harris zero. George Clooney's endorsement helped Kamala Harris zero. So knowing this, and you're a star, why piss off half of America? Well, actually, more than half of America. Did you see the election map? I've never seen that much red in my life. The liberals got absolutely destroyed on November 5th. That should be a wake-up call for everybody in Hollywood, for woke Disney. Quit making these god-awful, shitty woke Marvel movies. Just stop. Quit ruining Star Wars. Just stop. Go back to what made these things great to begin with. Quit being idiots. Even Ryan Reynolds said that he may not make Deadpool 4 because Marvel took, from what I understand, from what I read, 40% of the earnings, which was a blockbuster for Marvel, Deadpool, took 40% of the earnings and dumped it into their woke projects. Disney did. And it pissed Ryan Reynolds off. That would piss me off too. I would expect you to take the 40% of those profits and put it back into me making a 4th movie that may, earn you another $1 billion. Billion. Now, granted, that's nothing to Kamala Harris. $1 billion? Nothing. We just shell that shit out everywhere. Everybody gets paid. Drinks on the house, Harris. Everybody gets paid. But Rachel Zegler, man, like I said, the gift that just never stops giving. If she's good for nothing else, she's at least good for rhetoric. And I'm sure everybody's heard by now her absolute insane rant after November 5th. And yes, I'm doing this sometime after this was posted up. And I have a reason. So she writes, I find myself speechless in the midst of this. Another 4 years of hatred leading us towards a world I do not want to live in. What hatred? Because the hatred comes from your side. Comes from your side. If I can find this video, it's on YouTube. I'll post it up in the comment section if I can find it. In the description section, if I can find it, because it's been a while since I saw this. But they took, and I mentioned this on another video. A couple of guys grabbed a dude. They put on Trump t-shirts, went over to the Kamala Harris side. It was at a Trump rally, and there was just thousands, tens of thousands of people protesting the Trump rally on one side of the street. And of course, the people going into the rally on the other side of the street. They went over to the Kamala side of the street. They were cussing them, spitting at them, throwing water on them, hitting them with signs. I mean, you name it, they were doing it. All right. They put Kamala shirts on and went over to the Trump side. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. And actually, the Trump people were saying, hey, you coming into the rally, you might want to come in and see what he says. You might just want to see what he says. And the guy, he looks at the camera and he said, and they said Trump supporters were the hateful ones? Are you kidding me? So what these guys did is they went and took a Kamala supporter from that side, brought him over to the Trump side. And that guy already went over there with a chip on his shoulder because he just knew he was going to get pummeled, beat, yelled, called racist things. He was a black guy. None of it happened. None of it happened. And then that guy actually went into the Trump rally. And the guy said, yeah, it's nothing what the news has told me that it has been. You know, they're telling me all the time that, you know, they're fascist, they're racist, they're going to kill democracy. And I saw none of that when I got over here because the media absolutely lies about everything. Let's be honest. So she's an idiot just for stating that. Leaning us towards a world that, leaning us towards a world that will be hard to raise my daughter in. What, the daughter you don't have? How old are you? 22, 23? You shouldn't even be allowed to vote. I'm sorry. Leaning us towards a world that will force her to have a baby she doesn't want. So you're planning on your daughter that you don't have already having to have an abortion. That's already great parenting skills right there. Shit, you should have 12 kids. You're already hitting the ball out of the park. Complete moron. Leading us towards a world that is fearful. Fearful of what? No wars? Lower prices? What are you fearful of? Having a better life? Because that's all that's going to happen under Trump. You're simply going to have a better life, and you can thank me for it later. Yes, Rachel Zegler, you can actually send me an email on my Twitter, Angry Guy Hates Everything, and say, hey, thanks, Angry Guy, for voting for Donald Trump for making my life better. You can do that. And I will reply back very graciously. You're more than welcome, Rachel. You're more than welcome. Now wake the fuck up. It's that simple. Wake up. So she keeps on going. May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace. And then she puts at the end, F Donald Trump. Classy chick. Classy. And this is who Disney's got playing Snow White. Isn't that kind of an oxymoron to take somebody so full of hate and anger and put her into the character of somebody innocent and pure? Exactly how did that happen again? Because that makes no sense to me whatsoever. But what she has done is she's caused Disney to have to reshoot the movie once already. It's been delayed because of this moron, because she cannot shut her mouth. She's an idiot. And then here we go again. After all that finally got put to rest, here she goes again with that mouth. She's got that mouth that she doesn't know how to control that mouth. Now, see, I'm allowed to have that mouth because this is what I do. This is what I do. I run my mouth. That's simply what I do. That's what this podcast is about. It's about me throwing out information on why I hate everything, damn it. No, I don't hate everything. I hate a lot of things, but I don't hate everything. But, F Donald Trump. May they never know any peace. Now, the reason I'm talking about this so far after the fact, the crime's already been committed, is because this just goes back to the Hollywood liberal elites. I despise them. Absolutely despise them. These people are so hypocritical, it's not funny. So, case in point, she comes out and says this, and then as far as I know, the post has been pulled down. I looked for it earlier, and I couldn't find it on her feed. But she's already retracted. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I said that. I'm sorry. No, you're not sorry. The only reason you're sorry is because you got destroyed on X. Because everybody instantly, hey, glad you made that movie. Now me and my kids are not going to go see it. because we don't want to see it from somebody so full of hate as yourself. That's the only reason you're sorry. Had people come out and said, "Oh, Rachel, way to go, way to go, way to go," then you'd been like, "Woohoo, yeah, man, yeah, I said the right thing." But no, you're only sorry because people turned on you. That's it. Your true feelings are exactly what you said. Then the amazing thing is she calls for her supporters, 1.2 million, which is mind-boggling to me. Half of them probably can't stand her. She calls for her supporters to abandon X, get off Elon Musk, get off his platform. Meanwhile, this chick has put up post after post after post after post on X because liberals are hypocrites. Hollywood liberals are the biggest hypocrites in the world. And I've done videos on these people. I can't stand these Hollywood liberal elites. I cannot stand them. You know, you take Kamala Harris, she's throwing millions of dollars to them, millions, to come to her rallies. I endorse Kamala Harris. She's kicking out millions in all directions, which now it looks like Oprah actually got about 2.5 million when it was all said and done, not $1 million. And I'm going to say the same thing I said last time. Did these people really endorse her? Or they just being, well, I mean, they endorsed her. Hell, like I said, you pay me enough, I'll endorse you. I'm not going to vote for you, but I'll endorse you. You give me $2.5 million, I'll say, hell yeah, vote for Cammy. Cammy Joy. Drinks on the house, Harris. Everybody vote for Kamala Harris. And as soon as I get in the booth, Trump, red, right down the line. And that's exactly what happened. I got to be honest. Half these people that endorsed her, I guarantee you they didn't. It doesn't look like they voted for her. It looks like they voted for Trump. But hell, you throw enough money at them, hell yeah, they're going to endorse her. I don't blame them. I don't blame them whatsoever. I'd have done the same damn thing. But then we have this moron, Zegler, who probably did vote for Kamala Harris from the sound of what she's saying. And this is what the liberal elite, Hollywood liberal elites do. They go out there, they make these absurd statements about Trump and about everybody on the right. And as soon as they get the backlash, oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Foul. Didn't mean to say that. I was hopped up on, horse tranquilizers and cocaine. I really didn't mean to say that. I love you people. Kind of like Saturday Night Live when they came out with that video. We all voted for you, which, by the way, my video is in permanent blockage globally. YouTube shut it down again. So I've disputed it, waiting for that to come back out. Who knows if it's going to come out or not. But just like the clowns on Saturday Night Live, we all voted for you. Yeah, we love you, Donald Trump. You're the best thing ever. It wasn't funny. But that's a prime example of how liberals are. They'll spew their rhetoric, their hatred, and they're full of hatred. Let's be honest. Rachel Zegler is prime example, full of hatred. And they'll spew it until the backlash. When the backlash happens, my bad. I really didn't mean to say that. Yeah. I was, don't know what I was thinking at that time. I was just caught up in the moment. The emotions got a hold of me. No, that's truly how you feel. Generally, your first response is your accurate response. It's kind of like I'm a guitar player, and we've all said this, and this is true in my world. Generally, the first solo you lay is the best solo because then you start thinking about it. Then you start tweaking it, and it just seems to get worse. Instead of you just playing it strictly from emotion. It's usually your first one's usually your best one. So your first response is usually your accurate response. And this is truly how she feels. And now she's backtracking. And everybody, my 1.2 million followers, I want you all to get off X. Everybody get off X. But I'm not leaving. I'm going to sit here and post a million other things, which she's done since this. She ain't going anywhere. She's a hypocrite. An absolute hypocrite. Rachel Zegler, hypocrite. That should be her name. Rachel Hypocrite Zegler. That should be her name. George Hypocrite Clooney. That should be their name. Jack Hypocrite Black. That should be their names. They should all have to insert hypocrite between their names because they're all hypocrites. And it's getting exhausting. It's getting every day. There's another one. What's this Latino actress chick, Eva Longoria, who, made the post, I'm leaving the country. I'm splitting my time between Spain and Mexico. Okay, you were doing that before Donald Trump was even elected, you liar. You were already out of the country. But she makes it sound like she did it because Donald Trump. Then a week later, she comes out, oh, no. I didn't do it because Donald Trump won. No. Oh, because guess what? More people voted for him than voted for your girl. Might not want to piss those people off because they might watch my movie or something someday. So I'm going to come back out. Oh, sorry. Had nothing to do with Donald Trump. Nothing at all. Yeah. That bullet I shot at him, I was shooting at a deer. Donald Trump got in the way. Accidentally hit his ear. Accidentally. Didn't know Trump was going to be there that day. Had no idea. Come on. Quit being hypocrites, people. You're all hypocrites. And it's getting exhausting. Like I said, it's getting exhausting. It's every single day. You all are out there bashing Donald Trump and bashing everybody on the right. Every single day. Then you get caught. Then you get backlash. Then you apologize. So now all we can do is wait for Rachel, the hypocrite Zegler, to come out with her another moronic post or her other moronic comment, which is coming. It's right around the corner because she's a woke liberal idiot. So it's right around the corner and she's going to say something else stupid. Now, I wish nothing bad on anybody, even liberal, moronic, hypocritical idiots. I wish nothing bad on anybody. I wish nothing bad on them. I wish they would wake up like so many Democrats have and join the Republican Party, the party of common sense. I just wish they would wake up. I wish nothing bad for her. Now, am I going to see any of her movies? No, absolutely not. It's the price you pay. You piss off enough people don't go, you lose money. It's kind of how that works. Look at Bud Light. Don't piss those people off because the backlash can be financially devastating to you. Because if you keep pissing off people on the right and they 100% stop going to your movies, guess what? All your movies start losing millions of dollars. How many movies do you think they're going to put you in at that point? It's not going to be many. Well, you know that Rachel Zegler chick, she's not a bad actress, but son of a bitch, if we put her in, we could lose $50 million. All right, get the no-name girl down the road. We pay her $100,000, we're good. And that's literally what will happen. And then some new star will come up and take your place. Because all you had to do was keep your mouth shut. There's plenty of us out there running our mouths, like myself. There's plenty of us. But this is what we do. I have a political podcast. Well, somewhat a political podcast. It's actually a podcast about everything, but it just so happens that I started this right when all this shit was breaking loose in politics. So that's dominating the conversation right now. Keep your mouth shut. Quit being a moron. Be an American. You don't have to join the Republican Party. You don't have to become a conservative. I don't care. Stay a Democrat. But do wake up. Do realize that little boys can never be little girls. I don't care. What is there, 238 genders now? I can't wrap my brain around that, but apparently there's, 238, 564. There'll be 1,300 in a couple of weeks, genders. Just give it time. It's growing. Just wake up. Common sense. Don't piss off the people that pay you your check. Don't do that. And I've said this a million times. You have one job, and that's to entertain me. That's it. I don't need your political beliefs. I don't need your political comments. If you don't want my political beliefs or comments, you simply don't tune in. Simply don't tune in. But on the flip side, I'm not going to make a movie for an audience of everybody and then piss half the people off. Now, before I wrap this up, do I have Democrats that watch this? Yeah, I know because I get the comments from them. And they're full of hatred and anger and everything else as always. That's just kind of how they are, Well, your name's Angry Guy Hates Everything. It is. I do. Because that's the world we live in right now. Because it was just so bad under Biden, I just started to hate everything. I hated the policies. I hated our open border. I hated the prices of everything. And I hated rich, liberal elites that live in their ivory towers, their glass houses, throwing stones on everybody else. And never really getting called out on it until they get the backlash. Then all of a sudden they retreat immediately. Oh, it's good. No, my bad. I'm sorry. Didn't mean any of it. Sorry that happened. My bad. then they kind of expect everything to go away. Here's the difference. It's not. Because you ran your mouth and you said things you never should have said in the position that you're in. You've literally lost half of your audience. So your movie that could have made $500 million, chances are will make $250 million now. But the problem is you're up against a $400 million budget. Think about that next time before you speak. Your life will be better.